So welcome to the second video. I really hope you're enjoying this contest and that you're learning a lot. Not only does watching these videos secure your entry and make you eligible to be one of the 6 prize winners, but it will also teach you the mindset that is required to create happy, resilient and intuitive kids that are connected to the natural environment. Now, if you haven't watched the first video about brain hacks and how they rewire your mindset, do yourself a favor and go back and watch it after this one. Right now, I want to talk to you about the second thing that you need to get right, and that's understanding the developmental stage that your kids are in so that you can come from a place of empathy and compassion and responsibility rather than feeling victimized by your child's behavior. Firstly, an introduction to child developmental theorists and educators who have spent years making scientific observations and have shaped our current understanding of developmental stages. Secondly, by taking a dive into the basic human needs as well as the developmental needs required to provide the optimal environment for your individual child. Finally, looking at the 7 developmental areas to understanding what requirements each child has at their specific stages. I have an example of this with my eldest son. My vision of being the healthy parent I wanted to be shattered when my eldest son reached 3 years old. He began displaying violent behaviours. I still vividly remember the first time that he turned around and hit me. My whole body went into fear and survival mode. My breathing became rapid. My logic that he was a young, developmentally normally behaved boy went out the window. I felt uncomfortable to be in his presence. I reacted by isolating him in his room for a short period of time. Once I calmed down, I felt a deep sense of wanting to do things differently from my parents. And I also realized that I still had unresolved trauma in my body from when I was younger. So I became qualified in children's yoga, hypnotherapy, Reiki, sound meditation, and ancestral clearing and DNA healing. I also refreshed my knowledge in early childhood education, which I've been qualified in for over 15 years. I took all of this knowledge and experience to heal myself, which in turn turned me into that mindful mum that I always wanted to be. My mum friends began to seek out my advice, and I knew in my gut intuition it was time to put all this knowledge into an easy to follow 4-step method that anyone could apply easily while getting incredible results. By following this supportive method, you will be able to connect with, be with, and delight in your kids' life in a more present state that you haven't been able to before. The big problem is that your past experiences and possible traumas get in the way of you seeing your parenting experiences from a different perspective. The mistakes include only relying on your unreliable memories or physiological responses in your experiences rather than seeking out a positive community that can provide you with safe environment to learn, explore, and experiment with new ways to engage with your children. The secret is by following our method and connecting with like-minded families, you can heal from your experiences and traumas in a private and protected space, which will allow you to role model, educate, and connect with your kids on an emotional, logical, and intuitive level that most mums fail to do, as they hold themselves back from being open to receiving support. So if you want to have kids that don't need healing from their childhood, this is what you need to do so you can prevent those miscues that stops kids coming to you for help. I want you to be able to sit back and have an awareness to why you aren't getting the results you want, or to understand why you revert back to dealing with the kids' behavioural issues the same way that your parents did with you. If you are still watching now, type in below what has stood out for you in this video and let me know that you're interested in becoming one of the 6 winners. Or send me a private message or an email saying, "G'day Alana, the thing that stood out for me in the second video was," and fill in the blanks. Make sure you give yourself the gift of staying eligible for the prizes. And it also reminds me that you were serious about winning this incredible prize. Now remember, we are giving away 6 prizes to 6 winners, so make sure it's you. Send me a message or comment on this video. I will see you on the next video where I will teach you how to support emotional regulation skills in your kids to enable them to be emotionally intelligent and make better choices more often. If you're still watching and listening, I'm so excited for you as you are one step closer to being one of the 6 winners, and I hope it's you. Remember to answer the phone call from us this week when we give you a call, as it is an essential part to remain eligible for the prize. So, I'll let you go and I'll see you in the next video. Hooroo!